It is time for one of the best adventures of my life, I think. This guy, Sam, is going on the Camino de Santiago, which is a religious pilgrimage walking throughout the entire country of Spain. And I think that I am going to do a little bit of a vlog, get you guys all in on all of the good moments and all of the struggles and trials that I go through down on this adventure. I have been flying all morning. It is time for me to do an early morning flight and then hopefully get my Pilgrim passport from a cathedral, and I will take you along for that journey. And man, it has been a day. I did not show you guys nearly as much as I thought I was going to. I think that I really needed to get kind of the ropes down here in Spain, but I am now here. Tomorrow is starting off our adventure. I finally got cleaned up after about 24 hours of travel, and that was definitely necessary. And I met a guy, another one of the pilgrims on the trip, and hopefully I meet a whole ton of more of them. His name is Tim. I'm really hoping to get to hang out with him and be able to spend some time together on the trail and be able to meet some new people. I am in the rural Spanish countryside, so I will be showing you guys plenty of what's going on in the future, but it really has been a day of really just figuring out how to talk to public transport in Spanish and get to where I need to be all by myself, which is something that I've never done before. So definitely a win, but a whirlwind of emotions, being away from everyone and everything that I know for an entire month, but such a gratifying feeling as well. So some beautiful shots coming in the next scene, and hopefully some good moments with some other pilgrims on the trail as well. Team, we are on the trail. I'm in such a good mood. Oh, it's beautiful here in the Spanish countryside. As you can see, we got the cows right behind me. It is very cloudy and rainy this morning, but oh my gosh, what a good feeling. I'm in Spain. So cool. Round number 1 is in the books, team. I am here in the beautiful city of Comillas, España. And the first leg of the Camino is good. It was raining the entire time, which is really good. But I've got this real big backpack on me. One thing that I've been noticing is that as a pilgrim, as someone that is walking across Spain this entire month, the less things that you are carrying, the better your life will be. They say that you want your pack to be about 10% of your body weight. I'm about 135 pounds, meaning that my pack should be about 13 to 15 pounds. Well, I'll tell you right now that this backpack of all the different things that I'm planning on sending back to the United States by itself is about 15 pounds. I have way too many things to my name right now. So that definitely is going to make the travel experience a little bit more difficult if I can't get those shipped off. I did just try to get them shipped off, but unfortunately the tech is not working. But yeah, that's kind of the MO. But I had a really great day. I met this really wonderful gal. I'm an elementary school teacher, as many of you guys know. I met another elementary school teacher along the Camino, and we just the entire time. So it was really fun. It is about 8:30 p.m. and this guy is all cleaned up. I'm about to read this book that I ended up getting from someone who's very special to me. Thank you, John, for this. You can see that all of my stuff is hanging up on the clotheslines right here. And on the screen right now, I will show you a bit of the dinner that I had tonight. It's really fun experimenting with new types of food. It is time for me to get to sleep so that I can get as much mileage as I can tomorrow. It is going to be a fun day, but I am definitely feeling tired after all of this adventure. So off to the next one. I think that I'm going to continue to show you all more B-roll as we go throughout this adventure, but this is kind of the life of somebody that is doing the Camino de Santiago, at least on day 2. So it is just about time for day 3. We're on the trail again. It's about 8 a.m. and I'm walking again. Looks like the sun is gonna shine today. Meaning, have a good day. I am out on a post-lunch walk at the moment. It's actually 5 p.m. Given the Spanish culture, but I am having a total blast. I'm going to put a couple of videos of what I had for lunch up on the screen. The first plate that you'll see right here was some lentils with some chorizo and some pan, which means bread on the side. And then I also had a cerveza, which means beer in Spanish. I also, for my second plate, had something really delicious. This is ox tail. So the tail of an ox. As Americans, you don't usually have that sort of stuff, but for me, I've traveled in different places around the world where they do eat more organ meat, and man, is it delicious. If you are afraid of having organ meat, definitely try it out. It's always different when you are served it in a different language because it doesn't have that one-to-one comparison. They're not like, here's your oxtail, which would probably set some people off. But just go into it without really knowing exactly what you're eating, and you'll probably be surprised about how good it is. A main dish in other cultures is a main dish because it's really good. So I'm really happy that I ended up doing that. You can see that hopefully it's a little bit cloudy out at the moment, a little bit chilly. So I'm just walking off some really good food. One of the best things about being a pilgrim here and getting so many miles in is that it does not matter what I eat. I'm still hungry after, but it's always good to kind of digest the food. I am going to probably do some journaling at the moment I got my book right here and I got my journal right here. And then I'll probably head back to get even more food before we hit the trail on for tomorrow morning. It is day 4 of the Camino, and we are in a good mood this morning. I'm gonna get to hang out with a British guy named Tim that I have kind of befriended along the way. And as you can see, the Camino right here is passing by an abandoned train station, which is really cool. So it's a little bit hot and muggy today. I'm gonna have to take off this long sleeve, but I'm really excited to spend some time with Tim, and I think that it's gonna make the experience even better. So time for a good day, I think. All right, we are probably about halfway or so towards our end, or at least my end destination for the day. But man, as you can see with this river behind, it is absolutely beautiful out. The weather is nice. We have some good food. I got Tim right here behind me, and Tim is heading off in a couple of days or so. Very exciting, but this guy is going to keep on going on until we get to Santiago. So let's keep on hiking. All right, day 4 of hiking here. We are in the city of Llanes, which is right on the water. Absolutely beautiful. We've got our German friend Kai over here, and then Tim is right behind me there. And we're going to have some food. So time for another good day. It has been a good day, a long day, a tiring day. I have been walking about 19, maybe 20 miles today. You can see I still have got to shave, and I am in a very rural part of Spain, as you can probably see with the mountains behind me. I am staying at a wonderful location, but I must say I am exhausted right now, and I want nothing more than to eat a lot of food. But the only restaurant that is in this town that I just walked to, unfortunately, is closed after 4 p.m. and it's 9 p.m. So this guy may be going hungry tonight, which is kind of a bummer. I really do need to fuel up for the travel for tomorrow. So hopefully we'll try to find something to make it work. But it was a good day being able to hang out with my buddy Tim all day today. We had a nice lunch and a good stop, and I'm really proud of myself for having pushed myself out of my comfort zone and walked the farthest that I have ever walked. But man, has it been a jaunt today on day 4. So wish me luck in terms of getting some tonight. But as you can see, as we just walk through, I mean, it is absolutely stunning. And you may even be able to see very faintly behind me right there, we have some horses in the background, tons of farm animals, and it's a perfect temperature and really beautiful. So don't get me wrong, I am a grateful peregrino, but I am a hungry peregrino, and we will have to see what happens. Anyway, for the next couple of days or so, I think that I will be on my own some, at least as of now, on the journey, and that is okay. I just wanted to show you guys one last little look at the mountains, as you guys can see behind me, and then let's get some food, please. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm trying my best to be as thankful as I can because I signed up for this experience. But as we talked about last night, there was no food after 20 miles on the trail. And it's now the next morning and I haven't had any breakfast either. Walking again in order to get to the closest town where there is food. I've never been this hungry in my entire life. I now totally understand the feeling of really wanting to kill for a piece of bread. Like if I could just have anything to put in my body right now, it's really just mind over matter. One foot in front of the other. I feel like I can barely even lift this phone up to look at anything. That's how little energy that I have right now. And so this is what hard feels like. This is what I keep reminding myself of, but I am so hungry. So hopefully we can get some food soon. All right, I still haven't eaten, but as you can see, I am crossing the Rio de Ribadavia, which apparently is a very fun thing where you may be able to see there's a kayaker behind here. A lot of people apparently will kayak down the river and it's a good time. I just met a couple of other pilgrims that are actually going to be doing it today. So that sounds awesome. I really wish that I had done this trip differently, honestly. Everyone's just flying by the seat of their pants and going in the moment. And I had pre-planned every single second of this trip and it's not only making it less enjoyable, but it's also making it harder, where everyone else is playing it by ear and when they feel like they're done for the day, then they can just find a reservation. All my reservations are too far away, so I just have to keep going until I get there. And it's honestly probably the most difficult thing about this trip. But on a more positive note, I'm sure I'll feel better after I get some food in me. I did hit the supermarket, and so it's really important to be able to have snacks, as I'm able to notice. I haven't eaten anything yet. I'm kind of saving some space for the breakfast this morning. But it is just such a better feeling knowing that I will not go hungry today, honestly. So hopefully I'll show you guys some food. We have food, so everything is gonna be good. My phone is charging up since we didn't have electricity last night, so also a good thing. I'm gonna sit down, breathe. It's been a frustrating 24 hours, but I am happy to have some food here. Well, I will say that it is continuing to be a pretty frustrating 24 hours. I hope that I look back at this snippet at the end of the trip and I'm like, it all turned around in a positive way, but I still haven't had any food and I've been walking for 2 days straight and I just can't get any food in rural Spain. It is so frustrating. I'm hungry. I'm hangry. Again, the best I was able to get is a couple of snacks. And as you can see, some chips in here. And if you knew me in real life, you would know that I have not had chips, processed food. I just want real food. And it's impossible to get it. And the frustrating thing about all of this, if you are going on the Camino de Santiago, if you're a pilgrim, do not book nice hotels because you're going to pay 7 times more. You're going to be away from all of the other pilgrims. And if you reserve an albergue with all of the other pilgrims, there's a pilgrim dinner, which is a 3-course meal. And it's usually 10 to 15 euros, which is cheap for the whole thing, everything included. The lodging and the food is the cost of 1 meal, less than 1 meal. And since I booked this is a $105 reservation at a hotel where there's no food. Again, and there's no other places in town for me to get food. So just something that's worth keeping in mind. I will say that I am definitely trying to make the most of the moment, but I also am happy that I'm able to show you the things that are not as fun. This is definitely part of it. So let's hope we can get some food tomorrow. We are now on day 6 of hiking the Camino de Santiago. Today is a nice kind of restful day for me, which not only did my body really physically need, which is something that's really new, honestly, for me, but my mental also totally needs. As you guys kind of know from the last updates over the last couple days, it's really been a struggle to get food or even electricity. All of the convenience and normal comforts that I am used to in the United States and not being a pilgrim and having my own car and all these sorts of things. And I am going to be completely honest, and I'm sure that I will have a resurgence and beautiful enjoyment of this experience, but I'm totally in the throes of, I wish I could go home. I really miss making Minecraft YouTube videos, honestly, and being able to connect with you all and wake up and be on my routine and go to the gym and do what I want to do, as opposed to having my body hurt and not feeling as secure or as just not having as much convenience, honestly. So as an American and spoken like a true American, it really is true that America has so much going on when it comes to comfort and convenience. And the whole point of me doing this experience is so that I have a greater appreciation for it. And man, do I do, but I've been away from home for 12 days now. And knowing that I still have about another 13 or something left, it makes me really wish that I had made this trip shorter than how long it actually is. As you guys can see, I'm just walking along the side of the highway right now, and it's raining and I'm by myself, and it seems much more enjoyable to be back to my own routine and daily living and whatnot. But I think that in the back of my mind, part of the reason that I ended up choosing to do this experience and having it as long as possible is because I knew that things were going to get tough just like this. And I am desperately almost looking for an out where I would be able to make life happen in a way that I could get back to my normal living. But the whole point of this experience is to really push myself out of my comfort zone. So I know that I'm growing from this, and I know that something I've really learned this past year is that growth usually comes from challenge and through painful experiences. So I am proud of myself about doing this, but it doesn't make it easy. It doesn't make it easy. I am pulling up to Colunga. And then the good thing is I'm not walking as much as we said. We're going to take a bus to Via Viviosa, which will be where my residence is for tonight. And then I'm going to take it low key and maybe try to get organized technologically speaking for the school year if I can, and kind of just get back to my technological comfort zone, which is funny. But we'll do some more updates and we'll keep on one step at a time on this Camino de Santiago.